Welcome to the Flashback Squad. This is the podcast where we revisit the moments that shaped us, the music that moved us, and the memories that still make us laugh. My name is Zabrina Horton,
And I'm Laura Rosario.
and this is where the insiders tell how it really happened. By the way, what we're giving you today is a preview, just a little preview, and that's because Mercury is still in retrograde. So we're going to ease into this thing with intention.
Mhm.
But tomorrow, Mercury goes direct. So come on back because we got something for you really special, a little sneak peek of what's coming. Then next Thursday, we'll be back on our real schedule. Every Thursday, new episodes. And we're going to officially kick things off with the one and only Patrick Riley. That's Patrick Riley. Actually, Patrick L. Riley, not Patrick Riley, the former Lakers coach, but Patrick L. Riley, former producer for Oprah, CBS Mornings. I mean, the list goes on and on. And he is also the author of a book titled That's What Friends Are For, on the
Yes.
women who inspired me. When you see him, you'll probably recognize him.
Okay, Zabrina, before we go any further, we should probably explain how this whole Flashback Squad thing even started.
Right, right. Because I'm sure folks are wondering why two people here who spent years behind the scenes in entertainment are all of a sudden saying, let's start a podcast.
Exactly. So let's start with this. What was the first moment in your life when you realized you might actually end up working in entertainment?
I'm going to go back to the late 80s, 19, I think 88 or 89, when I hooked up with my very first major mentor, besides my grandmother, and her name was Laura Ball. And I was
Oh,
selected to be a mentee with a program that she put together for 100 Black women. And Laura, she took me and my co-mentee, Shantae Morgan, she took us everywhere and she introduced us to so many people. I mean, tons of people. And that's when I realized that yes, my toe is in the door here.
wait, but
So,
what did Laura Ball do? That like how was she around all those people to
oh, I could
even
tell you, I could tell you. So at that time, her title was field manager for Coors Brewing Company.
okay.
And so part of what she did was she had sponsorship dollars and budget to spend to sponsor various events, including Long Beach Jazz Festival.
Okay.
She had something to do with the BRE Awards, Black Radio Excellence Awards.
Mhm.
A lot of, the Beepers, Black
Oh,
Public Relations Society. That's when
okay.
she introduced me to Pat Tobin, Lynn Jeter,
Right.
and that BRE Awards at the Universal Amphitheater. That was the first time that I was in the same building, breathing the same air as Michael Jackson.
Ooh. I
I
know
never,
you're happy about that.
I know that first time I was like, is that really him? Because it could have been an impersonator, but I'm gonna believe that it was him.
I love that. So, see, this is exactly why we had to start this podcast because the stories behind the scenes are sometimes even better than what people see on TV.
Yes, that
Yeah.
it's a whole nother, atmosphere, a whole nother realm,
Mhm.
behind the camera, all the things going on, as opposed to what is seen on the screen. So you know what else we realized, Laura, my
What?
girl, Laura.
What?
You know what else we realized? There are so many incredible stories, after we start talking about it, on how these major entertainment moments even occurred, how they came to be. But the people that help put these moments together, aside from the talent and the celebrities on the stage,
Mhm.
the folks that help put it together rarely get to tell, their side of the whole moment.
Mhm.
Sometimes you may hear from one or two, but there's a lot of people that are, a part of putting it all together.
Exactly. And like everyone sees the artist on stage or the award show on television, but there's a whole world of people behind the scenes, making those moments
Exactly.
happen and seeing what's actually going on with the talent, with the creation of the production itself.
Everyone from writers, producers, publicists, the journalists, the grip folks, lighting, sound, but there's the folks that really you see in the forefront a lot is the publicist. And I want to do a segment on who has more fun, publicists or journalists, because it's always, it crosses the line sometimes. But yeah, but me, I am a former publicist, and I'm going to be inviting so many of my former colleagues, former coworkers. A lot of us are going to get together and really show you and go down memory lane and show you like what really went down.
Yeah, and like for example, like what publicists actually do, because we all heard the word publicist, we all heard the word PR, public relations, but most of us, including myself, don't know the day to day or what that even involves. So we're also going to show you that, along with some talent, some people that you actually know and see, and all those people we're going to be bringing on to this show.
Yeah, the Flashback Squad, because we're all going to flashback together.
Yeah, let's get ready to rewind.
Rewind the tape.